DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Hey, I hope you're well. It is Monday, and as you certainly know by now, I often do a few tags on Monday. So this will be no exception. It's a nice day, and I finally ended up walking around home because it was supposed to rain this afternoon, and it didn't. So maybe it'll be tonight anyway. It doesn't matter. So we're going to start as usual. I was going to say with Jasmine's 5-question tag. Hi, Jasmine. And I am worried because I saw Jasmine when the tag was put out, and Jasmine said, "I am looking forward to DC answering one of these questions." Wow, talk about putting pressure. Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, let's just go on it. Okay, question one. So, the question one is, what frustrates you? Oh goodness. There's so many things that might frustrate me, but I think that one of the things that can frustrate me terribly is having something that you've explained to somebody, I don't know how many times, and they still don't seem to get it right. Now, I know there's many possibilities that one can say, well, maybe you just didn't explain it well enough, or maybe they weren't listening to you, or, maybe, to be frank, it's, beyond the possibilities. There are a whole bunch of things like that. But, if you've done, for example, teaching and stuff like that, and that is frustrating. That can be very frustrating. There are other things. Goodness sakes, there's a lot of other things that frustrate me. I get very frustrated. I probably in my top 10, and very much towards the top, would be on the political things, like how can people be so obtuse? Anyway, we'll stop it at that. I didn't want to get into a political rant. Okay, question 2. Describe your perfect day. Oh, goodness. Again, I think I've had a few, but I recall one day with Mrs. DC, we were in Galway, so in Ireland, at a hotel. It was called the Jury's Inn. They're not called Jury's Inn anymore. They are, maybe the name will come to anymore. It's been taken over. And we had hired a car, and we drove towards Connemara and went and did a geocache at a castle, an abandoned ruin of a castle. And Jasmine, you would love this castle because there have been a lot of foul deeds there. So I could imagine that you would enjoy yourself going around there. And even in Carleen O'Connor's, one of her novels, which is based in Galway, has a murder there. Anyway, so this is all a castle. We did a really nice geocaching, and from there you have a view on the sea, and we saw beautiful horses and cows and animals. And then we came back, walked around Galway, went to a very well-known pub, which of course I do not remember the name right now. We had fresh oysters and beer, Irish beer, of course. And in the evening, walked along the coast. Not actually the coast. Walked along Galway Bay. If you're a kid and you've heard, people sing about Galway Bay. If you were a kid like me. And then we went to see some river dancing, so some line dancing, Irish style, after a meal, and walk back in the in the moonlight and everything. That was Oh, perfect day. Yeah. Okay. Now let me see. Am I up to question 3? How do you know when you can trust someone? That's a difficult question. Sometimes you just feel it. But I mean, I've been stabbed in the back enough to know that those that I thought that I could trust, at times you can't. It is very difficult. And you know something? I am going to get slightly theological, but we are all human and we are all sinners, and we're all able, and we're all able actually of breaking trust, of going against someone. Now, it's not going to happen all the time. I know that. How do I know I'm going to trust someone? I would say in most times it's when I know that I'm of the same spirit of the person and that we are both in communion. And by the way, I mean, I'm saying this in a way of I was going to say words that you might think, oh, these are Christianese. But you know, even if you're not a Christian, I think you know what I mean. But you know what? Everybody has the potential of breaking trust, even those that you really, really do trust. So it's difficult, but for the reasons that I gave, I guess with some people I would feel definitely that I could trust them. Okay, am I up to question 4? Yeah, question 4 is the one that Jasmine said, I'm looking forward to his answer. Oh, goodness. Okay, can you keep a secret when someone asks you to, even from your partner if you have one? Well, Jasmine said that I was the only person that regularly does these tags that has a partner. I guess you're right, actually, of the ones at least that you tag or mention at the end. Now, the question is, can I keep a secret if someone asks me, even from my partner? Well, of course, I mean, if it's a simple one like don't tell mom what we bought her, just keep it for yourself until her birthday. That's pretty easy, and I think that is not what you meant. But now, I have been told several times even by friends, you know, I'm going to tell you something. Don't tell anybody. Don't even tell your wife. Now, you know what? I have problems with that. I do. Because there are things when you decide to be a couple, and I'll put it this way, join someone in the holy bond of matrimony, that you know that you, especially if I say, you try to be complementary, you try to be part of the same knot. So, you know, and there are this good saying, and you can guess where it comes from, you know, that if you use more than one strand, you know, the rope will be stronger. I'm paraphrasing, but, and so there are times when I'm told that I think like, why, and I've asked the person, why would you not want me to tell, you know, the person to which I have committed myself to, why would I not want to tell her this? And sometimes, I say sometimes, it'll be because someone is ashamed of what they've done and try to keep it in a, you know, to themselves. Other times, it's because they're just simply worried because it's something that has to do with, well, for example, being unfaithful, and they're just really worried that if I tell my wife, that she'll tell somebody else, maybe that person. Now, get back to the question as such. Can I keep a secret? With very much difficulty. I have at times kept it to myself, pondering how would I discuss something like that with my wife. So my partner in this case, as it's written. And to be absolutely frank, every time I have ended up talking to it in all confidence with her. And the discussions is that we have basically, I was almost going to say made a pact, that it is a common, almost a sacred secret. If it's something that I was told that was supposedly so important that they wanted me to keep it from her, that if I come to her and tell her about it, it shows the importance and the trust that I am giving to her. And actually, it also shows, if anything, it would show to my friend the importance that I give to the secret of having to, it's not like something that's banal if I'm going to go and talk about it. Now, you might ask, have I ever been asked by the people, did you go and tell your wife? Yes, I have. And did I tell them? Yeah, I did. And you know what they answered? I knew you would. I just knew you would. And somehow I told you anyway. Yeah, okay. Wow, I'm up to 11 minutes. Okay, Jasmine, I hope that answers it. And I'm on to question 5 and the last. How did you meet your best friend? Okay. Well, let's take, I think I've answered something like this not too long ago, but, like I say, I'll stay away from family and my wife and so on. And my best friend actually is someone that I met through YouTube. Yeah, that's interesting. And why? Because it was like through these tag videos where we had video responses, and we clicked. And actually, some of you who are watching this will remember Spooky University. And we used to do tag, it was like a tag. And we would make video responses. Video responses were great. I really do wish that YouTube will bring them back, but they won't. And we would meet people that way. I met a lot of people that way on YouTube, and vice versa. And from there, that is how I actually met a person that I consider a best friend. Yeah. Okay. And I have talked 13 minutes for this tag. This is probably a record for one of these tags, 5-question one. So, Jasmine and everybody, take care, and I'm signing off. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.